Okay, we are moving on to a completely new unit. We're going to be learning about relations in this lesson. But first, let's see if you were able to work through this. Think about it. First thing you should do is read and annotate. So we have a crate of cantaloupes. It weighs 4 pounds plus 2 pounds for each additional cantaloupe. And so there's an equation that you can use to figure out the total weight, which is weight equals 2c plus 4. So what they're asking you to do is to complete the table for the weights 0 through 4. They've already filled in the number of cantaloupes. So moving forward, what you want to understand is that this first column, this is your X, or your input. The last column is going to be your Y value, or your output. And in the middle, that's where you put the expression, not the whole equation, but just everything after the equal sign. So this is where 2c plus 4 would go. So how do I fill in this table? Well, we're going to take 2c plus 4, but in the place of c, we're going to put the number of cantaloupes. So here we have 0 cantaloupes. So we're going to write 2 times 0 plus 4. This is going to give me the total weight, because if you remember, the crate weighs 4 pounds by itself. So if I don't have any cantaloupes in my crate, it should be 4 pounds, which it is. If I add 1 cantaloupe, I'm adding 2 pounds, but we're going to do the math. So I'm going to do 2 times the number of cantaloupes, which is 1. I'm going to add 4 to that, which will give me 6. Going to keep going. If I add another cantaloupe, now I have 2 times 2, because C is 2 here. I'm going to add 4 to that, and I get 8. For 3 cantaloupes, I take the 2C plus 4, but I know C is 3 here, because C is the number of cantaloupes. I'm going to add 4 to that to get 10. And then finally, if I have 4 cantaloupes, it would be 2 times 4 plus 4, which is 12. Now, these numbers were easy. You could have done it in your head, but we want to practice doing the math, because eventually the numbers are going to get more complicated, so it won't be so easy to just do it in your head. So we're going to show work for everything for now. Now we've got to graph this thing. They've labeled it for us, cantaloupes and weight, but they haven't numbered it. So you need to fill in numbers that make sense. So for number of cantaloupes, we only have to go from 0 to 4, so we can count by ones. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for total weight, we've got to go all the way up to 12. So we're going to see if we have enough to count by ones. If not, we might have to count by 2s or 3s. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can count by ones. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You always want to count by ones if you can. You want to use up as much space on the graph as possible, so you don't have a tiny little graph on your coordinate plane. So if I had counted by 2s, my graph would be really small and hard to see. So now we're going to graph this. So when I have 0 cantaloupes, my weight is 4. So I go 0, 4, and put a point. So that ordered pair is 0, 4. These X's and Y's are giving you ordered pairs. Okay, so when I have 1 cantaloupe, it weighs 6 pounds. When I have 2 cantaloupes, it's 8 pounds. 3 cantaloupes, starting here, is 10. And 4, starting here, is 12. Using a straight edge for you, a ruler, something that's straight, we're going to connect our points. I can't use one on here, so I'll do my best. And we're going to extend that line out. We're going to add an arrow because it will keep going for infinity. So this is what the think about it should look like. Make sure you fill in anything that you may have missed. And then in the next video, you're going to go through the notes and the conjecture and write those down, following along with me.